Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Gumball. And I haven't uploaded in a while because I've been trading for all my battle styles shit, testing some of the decks out, and all I've really wanted to play is Rapid Strike Urshifu. So, if you don't know what this card does, it's really good. Tournament showings, not so much. But what it does is that for a single fighting energy, it does 30, and if it moves from the bench to the active spot this turn, it does 150. This is pretty reminiscent of Pod, if you've played a few years ago when Pod was, like, really, really good. It got second at Worlds in 2017. I think Azul won a regional with it in 2017 after Worlds as well. And then, obviously, Tord won in his second Internats with it. Pod was a really good card. And Urshifu is also a pretty decent card itself. Now, there's been a lot of different variants that have come out with Urshifu. I've just decided to, for the sake of the video, for the sake of the simplicity, I'm just going to run what I've been testing, which is the straight version. I do not think that this is the best version to run the deck. I do think it's the easiest to explain the premise of the deck, though. And I think it's the best way to showcase the card. So, Urshifu's second attack, which I think is a lot better than Golisopod's second attack, is VMAX Rapid Flow. So for 2 fighting and a Guileless, you discard all the energy attached to it, and then you just do 120, 120 snipe. Now, this is really good because Gale Thrust into Rapid Flow will kill 270 HP VMAXs. Doesn't kill ADP, but if you just Gale Thrust twice, you do. So it's not that big of a deal. So, what is Rapid Flow really good for other than just VMAXs? It's able to kill or set up math on a lot of benched Pokemon. Namely, like, Crobat and Dedenne, you can 2-shot. And another bonus is that because it is a fighting type, if you were to Gust Crobat or Dedenne, you 1-shot with Gale Thrust or Rapid Flow. So if you wanted to, like, kill a Crobat and then still 120 snipe something, you can just boss Crobat, boss Dedenne, Great Catcher Dedenne, kill them while they're active because they do. It doesn't hit for weakness on the bench, but it does hit for weakness on the active. So you can 1-shot them while they're active and then 120 anywhere else. This can help you pick up later KOs. It could just help you KO that turn on stuff. It can take games. It's a really diverse attack. It's a very versatile card, which is why there's so many variants that have come out for this card. And it's so good that it's basically caused the entire meta to run against it. Hence the pretty weak tournament showing so far. A lot of Dragapults have picked up recently. In fact, I'm pretty sure Green's Pult just won a Headster tournament last night. Or last night as of recording this. And almost every deck and format has started running Bench Barrier. So, yeah, that's basically what the card does. Let's go over the deck list real quick. It's pretty simple. We're just running a 4-3 line. I thought a 3-3 would be sufficient, and it was until I realized I was playing the deck incorrectly. When testing the deck initially, I was going second because I was like, okay, I get my supporters, I get to draw a lot more cards, and I can strafe. Well, what I was getting wrong is that going first and then getting a manual attachment first is pretty huge. It also means that you're getting the first attack of the game and getting a Gale Thrust out before your opponent can even respond and do anything themselves is pretty good. I mean, now, there are a lot of decks that can attack going second on their first turn. Hensely, mostly just Welder. Just Welder decks, really. I mean, there are others, but Welder is the big one. So, yeah, we're running a 4-3 line just to be thicker. And Rapid Strike Urshifu, I guess I should actually point out, is not a bad attacker by any means. 100 Furious Blows is actually the only way you're going to be able to win against anything that's running Zamazenta. If they go lone Zamazenta. Obviously, a lot of decks can run Zamazenta, and just because they do doesn't mean that it's going to auto-win. Like, I think, I haven't hit a single Luke Metal this deck so far, which I'm pretty fucking lucky. But every other deck that I've seen playing Zamazenta, so like Corviknight, ADP, Bronzong, that's pretty much it. Just those two, mainly. I've been able to win by just hitting around them, but the Rapid Strike Urshifu does set up on it if they do choose to go lone Zama. And it's also a nice attacker because, unlike the VMAX, the Baby V can attack consecutively without needing anything but the energies. That's actually interesting because that means in certain scenarios, the baby is better than the VMAX. And I was playing against a Omnipoke on ladder the other day while he was streaming, and he bricked, unfortunately, and he prized Mew, so it was just not his game. But he ended up just attacking with the baby V because he had Karate Belt and Rapid Energy and was just swinging. So it's not a bad attacker by any means. Those are pretty much the only attackers that we're running. The only other one of note is Empoleon, which is just going to be your way to beat welder decks, because a lot of them have started just running Mew 3 just to hit weakness on Urshifu. And even though we do tech really hard against Mew 3, that matchup's kind of hard regardless. Like, Empoleon doesn't even really stop Victini VMAX because they can just gust and then one-shot your Empoleon before you can attack. But they won't all the time, and Swirling Slice hits for weakness, so it's hitting for 260 and not 130. Which means that if you're setting up for a Rapid Flow to just KO if it's benched, or you can just Gale Thrust next turn. Or you could be coming off of a Gale Throw. You feel me? Or Gale Thrust, not Throw. And Emperor's Eyes is also a really good ability because it's going to stop, like, Giratina, Zigzagoon, Mewtwo, the VS Seeker one. And the biggest one that it's going to stop is Jirachi. It's going to stop your opponent from Stellar Wishing, which is decent against Polt because some of them are running Stellar Wish. And it's really good against Fire because even you're hitting for weakness on their attackers, and they can't Stellar Wish. So Empoleon is just kind of a hard tech. I think it is cuttable, but I do think the card is decent. Yeah, I just like it more than anything. Those are really our only attackers. The rest of it is just support mon. So we're running 2 Dedenne, 2 Amazing Jirachi, more on that in a minute, 1 Crobat, and 1 Eldegoss. These are all of our draw support mons. The standard, like, 2 Dedenne, 1 Bat, and then the 1 Eldegoss in some decks. The reason we're running Amazing Jirachi instead of Stellar Wish is because Stellar Wish basically weren't playing nets. And I don't think that Amazing Jirachi is really an engine. It's kind of just a better pivot than anything else. Like, I tried running 3, didn't really work. I tried cutting them all together. It was fine, but I like having it as in the deck. Obviously, you could cut this down to a 1-of. I don't think playing a 1-of Amazing Jirachi is even a bad idea. But I don't like the idea of cutting it all together, but it's unnecessary. And then our other 3 support mons are Jirachi-GX, Mew, and Mimikyu. So the Jirachi and Mimikyu are just for Mew 3, really. Like, I guess Jirachi also helps against Polt a lot, but they're also playing Power Plant a lot, so Jirachi could be cuttable, but at the same time, if you don't play it down, you're not forcing the Polt player to play their plants. And even though they're going to win the Stadium War regardless, any turn that they misplant is a turn they're not hitting for weakness, and that's actually really good. And then the Mimikyu. Mimikyu, like I said, is specifically for Mew 3. It's just going to be able to say, yeah, you're not going to attack me. And both of them conjunction means that, okay, I swing into your Mew 3, so Mimikyu shuts it off. Well, I also have Jirachi, so you can't just bench a fresh one. That's pretty decent. And then Mew. Mew is mostly for the mirror, but it's also good against Cramorant. That's it. Psy Power has also won me a couple games. It's not bad. So, next up, we'll go ahead and get the energy line out of the way. We're playing 4 Rapid Strike energy, obviously. It's the best energy in the deck. It allows you to Rapid Flow. It allows you to attack with Empoleon in the first place. And then 6 Fighting because you kind of just want basic energy. The reason I'm not running Stone Energy is because there's more special energy hate than basic energy hate. Like, I've seen decks like Polt run like a couple fan. Decks are running like Giratina. The original reason was because I was playing a Rod, because I was messing with the 1-1 Octo. I ended up just cutting Octo. I don't think Octo's good. I liked having it, but it was also a bench clogger. So I either never had the space for it, or I never had the space for stuff like Dedenne, which I kind of needed to not lose. And I also found that all the other cards that came with the auxiliary package were kind of useless. Like, the fan was cool, but I never really used it. The Karinas were cool, and I did use them, but they were also just worse than playing more Marnie. Speaking of Marnie, let's go ahead and get the supporters. 4 Research, 4 Marnie, 1 Cheryl, 3 Boss. It's just consistency. And then 1 Cheryl. The reason we don't play 4 Boss is because we do play, 1 Great Catcher, and we have Escape Rope now. So we don't really need 4 Boss, and we have the Eldegoss as well. So getting what we want active isn't really a big deal. But it is also necessary enough to run the 3, because, you know, boss one-shotting Dede's, bats, bossing Mew to kill it, to make it not an issue later. That's all good reason to play 3 boss. And then obviously the 4-4 is just because you want pure consistency. I'm not a big fan of 4 Marnie, but I do like it more than the Octo in running the 2 Karina. And then the 1 Cheryl. I like this card a lot. I don't know if I like it enough to run 2, but I have 2 just in case I do want to play them. Cheryl has won me a handful of games. There are games that I'll run away with it. There are games that my opponent will run away with it. And then there's games where I Cheryl, and then my opponent's winning board is suddenly, oh, well, I can't win, I'm scooping. Cheryl is a really neat card because you don't really need it on specific turns. It's a card that you kind of just play when you have it. I know that sounds weird, that sounds inconsistent, and it kind of is, but the point isn't consistency. The point is that if you have it in your hand, you can just play it, and then it completely, like, shifts the game in your favor if you actually want it, right? If you choose to play a draw supporter over Cheryl, it's probably because you don't need to Cheryl. That being said, I do really like the 1-of, and right before recording this, because I was just messing around with a couple changes, well, 1 change, I hit a Dragapult that was playing plants, and I couldn't find my Dojo, and I won because I Cheryl'd 2 turns in a row, because I went, Cheryl, oh man, you're gonna hit me for 260 again? Let's Eldegoss for Cheryl. So yeah, I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and get through our tools in Stadium real quick. We're running 1 Dojo. I want to mess with 2, but there's not really any space right now. I also want to mess with a certain tech card that I'm not going to reveal yet. But I do want a second Dojo. I kind of feel like 1 Dojo is dead. I thought Dojo was a dead card altogether and thought Swell is just better, and I still kind of think that, but I think that matchups where Dojo is good are matchups that don't really play Swell, and either don't play any stadiums at all, or are against matchups where if they're going to bump your stadium, it's fine because you only need Dojo like once a game, right? That's going to be like your Fire decks, your Polt, decks like that. And then 3 Balloon. I was trying 2 Balloon, and then one of your other tools, your Vitality Band, your Telescopic Sight. I think there was another tool that people were trying. And I also know that people have been trying the Rapid Strike Stadium. I think that card's even worse than Dojo, because you have a tool that does that, and your tools are not affected by Swell. I think the Rapid Strike Stadium is stupid. Please don't play that card. That card is dog shit. 3 Balloon, though. I like it. I almost want to play 4 Balloon. I really do. I've had games where even with 3 Balloon, I see both ropes in almost all 4 switch before I see a single Balloon. And obviously that's not anything to do with the deck, that's just my luck being terrible. But yeah, just playing 3 Balloon, I like it. For consistency items, we're running like 4 Ball, 4 Com, 4 Switch. Just your main 4-ofs. You want to find them pretty much every turn all game. It's never bad to have any of these cards in your hand at any given moment, so you want to run 4. Rope is similar to Switch in terms of, like, it's not really bad to have in your hand, but there are times where you would rather Switch than Rope. And, you know, because of that, you would rather have Switch more often than you would rather have Rope in your hand. But it is still good enough to run 2. And don't make fun of me for my League promos, because I like these more than the golds. That's why I didn't pick up golds when they were like 4 packs. So don't fucking say anything. And then our 1-ofs, we're running 1 Great Catcher, and 1 Stamp, and 1 Scrapper. I like these 1-ofs. The Great Catcher I think is a necessity. The Stamp I think is almost a necessity. The Scrapper is a luxury card, but I think it's a really good, awesome, epic, gamer luxury card. A lot of decks are running Balloon right now. Single Strike is running that shit, the Outrage attack tool. What is it called? It's called, like, Scroll of Scorn, I think. Yeah, Scroll of Scorn. Anyway, so you can get rid of all these tools, and you can also get rid of Goggles against, like, Luke Metal or anything else running Goggles on their Zama, because that's gonna matter when you're going in on the baby Urshi to 100 Furious Blows for KOs. Because against Luke Metal specifically, if they have Full Metal Wall and Goggles, you don't 2-shot with 100 Furious Blows. If they only have one of those things in play at a time, then you do two-shot because your damage is getting reduced to 120. You're two-shotting because you're doing 240 total. So, yeah, Scrapper is just going to be like, okay, well, you have goggles, and that's kind of preventing me from two-shotting you. Let's fix that real quick. It's also really good against, like, the Big Charm ADPZ variants because if they Big Charm their ADP, you can't two-shot no matter what. And because I'm not playing the Nets, I'm not playing Zig either. And speaking of Zig, I think Telescopic Sight is good in that variant because you can Zig for the extra damage. It's not so good here because I don't have Zig. Now, before I can play this game on ladder, or before I play any decks with this, fucking Christ, I can't speak. Before I play any games with this deck on ladder, that's what I was trying to get out. I want to say that the Net variant is probably better. I want to say that this is definitely better than the Octo variant. That variant sucks. Please don't play Octo. That card is boo-boo trash juice. But that being said, let's go ahead and go play. So I know the variants that other people have been playing are the Polt Urshi. So Polt is going to do things like, you know, win Urshi mirrors, get rid of Mew, and then set up math so you can just clean up with Gmax Rapid Flow. That's the variant that's doing the best as far as I know. And then the other variant that's doing pretty decently is the Zoropod variant, which is a nickname that people named the Chinchino variant with, like, triple Cheryl. So your goal is just to, like, draw a bunch of cards with Chinchino, Cheryl a lot, and then swing with the Urshis. I don't know what I'm playing against yet. Okay, so we hit Teeny VMAX. This should be a fine matchup. I'll put that back. Hopefully Emp is not prized. Emp is there! Okay, Present Energy. Prize the Marnie. Prize the Dojo. Prize the Switch. Prize an Urshi. And prize the Jirachi. Okay, so prizes are actually not that bad. I'll get the Marnie? Sure, I'll bench that. I don't think I'll get punished because I still have... If they are playing the Mew 3, then I can still get the Mimikyu back, and then I'll still have room for one draw support Mon, which hopefully won't come down to that. They are getting rid of Marnie here. I was scared that they were playing Marnie. That's kind of why I decided to put the bat on top. So this is kind of scary because they are playing the Mew 3. And now I know they're playing the Mew 3 because they're playing Cherish Ball. This is gonna be pretty scary. They are gonna Dedenne change. Mew 3 still could become an issue because of Fion. So they hit the Welder for 2 energy and the Flare Starter. Man. I'm kind of scared to go into Urshi now. Oh, but they need to max out their damage cap in order to KO, so I should be fine. I'll Hearth here, fail it, and then Bat. Which did not help me at all. I don't like that at all. That sucks. I'm just gonna Marnie. That could be decent. I need a Dreamy Revelation into something good. Oh, that is not good. That is the opposite of good. Just in case I get Marnied, I will grab the switch here. I'm just gonna go back into the Victini. Or the Jirachi. He's playing Victini. Why did I say Victini? Okay, so what I think he's gonna do is that he's gonna try to Fion me into a 2-prizer. Unfortunately. But the cool thing about this is that I will be able to just swing. He's setting up so much energy. Jesus Christ. That's a bummer. Okay. What I am going to do here... I don't know. I think what I want to do is that I want to Rapid Flow the Heatran and probably the Fion. I think that's a good game plan. That's not what I wanted. Wow. Where is my Urshifu, bro? He's really gonna feed me the Dedenne? Oh my god, he's baiting me so hard. Busted. Okay. We're good. Alright, we're gonna get Mimikyu. And we're just gonna, as the kids say, whip our dick out. So, I have the chance to KO this Dedenne. And I think that's huge. And I'm going to take this chance. Either way, I'm hitting the Heatran no matter what because I already invested in the Mimikyu play. But that's also going to keep him from one-shotting my Urshifu. So I'm down 1 balloon, 2 switch, and 1 rope. That's actually fine. That's not that bad. So if he wants to one-shot, he has to go into a Mew 3 here. And because we have Dojo Rapid Energy in our hand, we can just go Dojo Rapid Energy on Emp. He's gonna kill that. Interesting. If he swings here, he's misplaying. He's just gonna swing? With the Victini? Why? Why would you do that? That's so bad. I could just do this now. Well, shit. Now I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'll put Dodo down. It's gonna get bumped for sure, but I don't think that matters anymore. I will just Marnie, because I want to find boss next turn. I found boss next turn. Okay. Things are looking good. Yeah, let's just Swirling Slice. So we're gonna move an energy onto an Urshifu. He has no way to take 4 prizes, and because Rapid Strike energy wins me the game, any kind of energy plus boss wins me the game. Okay, there's the teeny VMAX. Bumps the stadium like I thought. He wants to stamp me here. And because he's gonna KO, I have the Jirachi ready to go. Oh. He's just gonna do that. That works for me. So. That's it? Okay. GG, guy. We're just gonna balloon here. Boss on your Heatran. And take this KO. So the reason I decided to Stellar Guidance before instead of after Dedenne changing was because I didn't know which play was correct. Is that the second Rebel? That's the second locked Rebel Clash pack I got in a row. Sure, we'll take this one. For an upcoming video. Probably, maybe. I don't know if I'll make a video on it. So the reason that I decided to, no, not Stellar Guidance, that's Jirachi EX's ability. Dreamy Revelation. That's the name of Amazing Jirachi. I keep confusing the EX and the Amazing Rare. But the reason I decided to do that before Dedenne changing is because I had a Shuffle. I had the Hearth in play, or he had the Hearth in play, so I could have taken the Shuffle no matter what. So if I saw 2 dead cards, I could have just taken the Shuffle, then Dedenne changed. But if I saw an Energy or a switching out off the top, then, you know, I knew which was the correct play. So after gauging my odds, I think it was just better to do that. This is probably ADP. Just a guess. I'm gonna say this is ADP. I don't see a reason to not put the Mew back and get another Urshi here. If I get an Urshi or I could get a Jirachi. I think getting the Urshi is better. Yeah, I think getting the Urshi is smarter. It also means that he can't donk me, and then I won't have an attacker, right? So if he gets the odd turn 1 Brave Blade when I have nothing but a draw support mon on bench, you know. It's possible. I think, though, it's always just correct to get another Urshifu on the board. I hope he Mawiles me and sees that my hand is nothing he can put down, because that will waste a bench spot of his. He's just going ham, benching stuff. I mean, I'm hoping he misses the turn 1. If he gets the turn 1 AC, then I'm in trouble. Looks like he got it. He's only missing the water energy, so he has a lot of outs in deck to find it. Sword Dog is gonna put down his red rocket. Okay. Zacian is suddenly a lot more dangerous. Well, shit. I want to see if Dojo's in deck real quick. It is. Okay. I'm just gonna dig for a switching out. That works. Not as well as I had hoped. We'll see what he goes into. Probably just a Zacian, right? He's really just gonna sacrifice it. Okay. I am okay with that. This motherfucker is playing hammers. Oh my god. That hurts me. That physically hurts me that he had hammers and hit heads on both of them. That actually hurts me. That sucks. Because that takes away a big rapid flow KO for me. But he's also not taking a KO this turn. Oh, fuck. He's gonna Mawile down a Mimikyu. That's actually bad for me because I was gonna calm that back. Yeah, he benches that mainly so I can't just, like, calm it back, obviously. I'm curious if he's gonna gust something, though. And I was right to be afraid with... I almost swung with 100 Furious Blows that turn. The only reason I didn't was because I was afraid of that play. Well, that's pretty lucky. See what he sends up. Personally, I think it's correct for him to send up the Mawile. Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason to, because I'm not behind on prizes. If I was, I would be taking a KO there. So I could dig for Boss this next turn if I find a way to draw cards. Boss or Great Catcher. If he doesn't hit heads on a hammer, that is. Okay, he is just gonna go into Zacian. Ooh, we might have a way to win. I have game in hand next turn. I think it makes more sense for me to bench this, but I'm not sure. Nah. Let's just, rapid flow this and this. And he's just gonna KO with Ultimate Ray, I assume. There's some Empoleon. Because I have one boss in discard, I can just get Eldegoss for game. And I'm not revealing that information to him. I do still think it's correct to send up the Jirachi. Just in case Eldegoss is prized and I didn't notice, but I think it was in deck. So my opponent's taking 4 prizes off this. All I need is a Gust, and I have game. And Eldegoss is in deck. And then we can just go Energy, Eldegoss, for boss. Bring up the damage to Dedenne, switch, and GG. Alright. That's what we like to see. 1,000 damage that game. You can see how obviously powerful Rapid Flow is. And when you're swinging it for 150 for 1 energy to set up into the Rapid Flow, you can kind of see how your opponent's going to get, you know, a little nervous probably. And probably have to dig through their entire deck, benching stuff like the Dedenne, like the Crobat. It kind of does the same thing ADP does in the sense where the card is so powerful and is so bulky that you're forcing them to bench the thing that you prey on, or they just lose. And that's really where a lot of the power from Urshifu comes from, is that not only is it a versatile card, it's able to force those situations that your opponent doesn't want to be in. Now, unlike ADP, Urshifu does have a weakness in the game, and I do mean that like in the most literal sense, like it has weakness. Like it has the Psychic weakness, and there are actually some decent Psychic cards like Mew 3, Dragapult. But ADP, because, you know, it's a Dragon type and it's weak to Fairy, doesn't have those. And you're about to see exactly why weakness is a bitch. And also why weakness plays a key role in keeping stupid strong decks in check. Because I'm about to get destroyed. Because I didn't go first, they're hitting me for weakness, and they're probably playing Power Plants to shut off my my Jirachi. And I'm probably gonna have to bench stuff that I don't want to. I do like what they're discarding so far, though. They didn't get an energy? Yo, that's huge. Okay. So we're going to put the Eldegoss back. We definitely want to save that. Okay, thankfully my Dojo's there, my Emp is there, and my Cheryl. All of them are there. And the Jirachi. So I don't think I want to get the Jirachi yet. I don't know what the correct play is right now, because this is such a weird, awkward position to be in. I think it's correct to just go into another Urshifu. Then I'm just gonna Gust Dedenne and then Strafe. I think that's the most correct play that I have. This is gonna set up for a Rapid Flow KO later, so it's gonna force them to bench Mew if they play it. Which is fine, because that means they have to Quick Ball for it and then eat up a bench slot. They're gonna get a Stellar Wish Jirachi, though. And I would assume that this deck does play Mew, because they're playing a lot of targets. God damn it. This is scary. But depending on how this turn goes, the name of the game could just be kill a single Dragapult. Depends if he puts the Jirachi back down. And how hard he swings, if he swings at all. He's not going to bench the Jirachi again. They know what's up. They are playing the Fansa. It means they're playing hammers as well. I mean, all the Pults play hammers. It's not a surprise. So they are just going to be able to shred me for 120. Obviously very dangerous. So, above all else, I need to find Jirachi this turn. Wow. This hand would be really good if I had anything else to play. But I don't. I think that is okay, though. See, I don't know if I evolve here or not. Because I could draw more cards with Crobat. I think drawing cards is probably the better play. I'll switch, and I'll attach the energy, and then I'll bat. Oh my god, again, I'm so close to being there. Just not quite. I think I'm just gonna have to Eldegoss to get the research. Which means that I'm not gonna be able to get the Jirachi this turn. But I will be able to get it next turn, or not. Wow. That is really bad. Okay, but I have a play. I'm just gonna swing. And then I'm going to try to go behind on prizes. I think if my opponent's smart, they evolve to the other Polt and attach the energy to the benched Polt. And then try to find Mew. But they're not. They're attaching to the active, and I think that is just incorrect. And they're just gonna swing. It's gonna put the damage on the Dedenne. Oh, wait. Oh, that means he can take game next turn. Oh, wait, no, he can't because that was a 2-prizer. Never mind, I'm good. I'm good. We're fine. Let's just Marnie. Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh man. Let's escape rope. I know the Jirachi's in deck, but goddamn, where is it? I have a lot of ball search left. He's gonna Bird Keeper. Unfortunate. There's the Mew. Oh, I missed my chance. And he played. Wow. What a terrible position to be in. He is going to kill the Jirachi. At this point, I do think the game is unwinnable. But I will continue playing because I am stubborn. Yep. That's going to be a scoop for me. I just couldn't find the Jirachi in time. Could not get off a route. I couldn't find the VMAX in time. So, our win streak is going to end there. But I think that showcases the strengths and the weaknesses of Urshifu. It can simply get cooked over by weakness, and I have a plan for that, but I'm not going to leak it right now because I do want to test it first. If you're more interested on finding it out and me testing it, go check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/gumballgb, link in the description. You'll also find the deck list for this Urshifu list in the description. And yeah, that's just going to do it for me. Peace.